Greetings from the land of Canada, my name is Nooch and welcome back to another Fortnite gameplay. And today is the big day. Today is the day we host the Salesman Open, where we have 32 players in the bracket competing for $60 prize pool. Second place gets $10, first place gets $50, and everybody else gets a neat little participation medal. No, I'm just kidding, we couldn't afford those, but still. Yeah, it's gonna go down in history as the first tournament for us, and it's actually really cool. You know, I'm hoping that it goes well. The schedule for it is really weird. We've got it though. It's on. There's a link in the description for when it starts. As of now, as of 4:30, it starts in 3 hours 20 minutes. So that means it's actually gonna start at 8 for me, which is really interesting. It was at first supposed to be 10, but the starting time got pushed back a bit, and well, I actually got pushed forward a bit. So I'm gonna be doing a live stream up until then, so that we can make sure that all the players are ready. And as far as spectating goes, the first round is going to be unspectated, as well as the second round, because it's only the duos that we're going to be spectating, for the fact that, like I said, we're going to have two like the two last people remaining in the bracket are going to be competing against each other. So that's going to be interesting, to say the least. Alright, but I talked about this tournament last video, so I want to sort of go over the gameplay a little bit more and talk to you guys about like how I play this game for the most part, how like I sort of noticed the new balance patches have affected my gameplay and all that stuff as well. So one thing I've noticed a lot is that shotguns are still the meta, but there's a sleeper item now that a lot of people are gonna start using. I'm positive about that. You're gonna start seeing it in the meta quite a bit now, and what it is the SMG. Okay, now listen, the SMG has even the tactical SMG, not the suppressed SMG. So suppressed SMG is still garbage, still the worst gun in the game, I consider. But the tactical submachine gun has the highest DPS out of any weapon, especially the purple one. So what happens is you use the tactical SMG in place of double pump. Now, double pump still has very good DPS, don't get me wrong. But unless I'm getting two heavy shotguns, I don't really see the point of running double pump if you can have one strong tactical submachine gun. Because the tactical submachine, the green one, is 200 DPS. Now that is if you hit every bullet, but that's not factoring in headshots. So the DPS can actually be higher. And it sure beats the hell out of double pump right now, I think. Because double pump, it takes up 2 inventory slots. Okay? Consider that. Tactical submachine gun takes up 1. So you can carry more heals, more utilities, more weapons in general. So you can have a sniper, a rocket launcher, heals, tactical submachine gun, and an assault rifle. That's a loadout that I would use. And it's just incredibly powerful. It's just really freaking strong. There's upsides to it that like I really think make it better than double pump, which one of them is it breaches bases. It breaches bases a lot better than the pump action shotgun, even if you're running double pump. Essentially what you do is you use it as like just you aim at the person while they're inside their encampment, like their little hidey space, whatever you want to call it. Like, you know, when they sort of turtle in those bases, you can shoot the submachine gun through it without them being fast enough to build it. Even with quick build, even with whatever it's called, I forget, but it's fast enough so it shoots right through the wall, and you can actually still damage them. So if they're at low HP, it'll chip them away enough so that it eventually just kills them. So you can't do that with the double pump. The double pump, it's not fast enough. They'll just be able to get up a second wall faster. And even most assault rifles, you can't do that. So like, that's one of the reasons why you're going to start seeing tactical submachine guns a lot more, I think, is because the fact that you can breach bases with them a lot easier, and they're way more effective medium range than shotguns are. Even in close range, they still have the same kill potential. If anything, they kill faster than double pump. Like, if you're behind somebody and you have a double pump shotgun, you're going to kill at about the same speed as if you're behind somebody with one tactical machine gun. You have the tactical submachine gun. You just aim it at their body. You don't even have to aim at their head, and just hold down left trigger, and they're dead. They're gonna die so ridiculously fast. And like the fact that you can get a purple one, which makes it do even more damage. The purple one is 234 damage per second, which is pretty significant. So that's why I think the tactical submachine gun is going to start seeing a lot more play now that the shotgun's got nerfed. Because there's actually a legitimate reason to use it now. Because it out DPSs them, it outranges them, and it utilizes them in a lot of situations. Which the double pump is still incredibly powerful, don't get me wrong. I just think that the tactical shotgun itself is almost useless. It's, well, not almost useless, but it's certainly not the powerhouse it used to be. I think I would take a tactical submachine gun over the tactical shotgun like 100% of the time nowadays. And I will only take double pump if it's 2 blues or like the 2 heavies. Like even 2 blues, I would rather have a purple submachine gun, to be completely honest. And the double heavy is still a force to be reckoned with though, so that's definitely what I'm going to be using for the most part, if I can find it. But yeah, essentially I think that that's one of the reasons why the meta is going to start seeing a slight shift. So it's also worth noting that materials are harder to get these days, which, I mean, this is an old gameplay, so it's not playing on the new patch. So the shotgun nerf isn't in effect, the material nerf isn't in effect, and like I said, I think the material nerf isn't gonna last. I don't think it's gonna last very long. I think they're gonna come back with another patch and they're gonna make it so materials are stronger now, or they're gonna compensate for the fact that llamas and the materials you find on the ground aren't as strong, which personally I think that was a bad move. They should have done the opposite. They should have made them better, because it like discourages farming. Like if you just sit around farming the entire game, it's not fun, to be completely honest. It's like it kind of takes away from the game. I'd rather fight, you know? Like fighting is a lot more fun in this game than it is just like walk around and farm. And I feel like the fact that they're nerfing stuff out of chests is not a good idea at all. They're just sort of like, that's the thing, since it's in early access, they're still sort of experimenting with the game balance. So they're trying to see what people think of in this regard, which personally I think that is the case, is that they're going to change it back. And if not, they're going to improve it. So like you're going to start seeing 50 materials out of chests, because it also encourages like more game knowledge, more map knowledge of knowing where all the chests are. It like doesn't necessarily discourage farming, but it's like you can still farm to get a whole bunch of materials and stuff like that. It's just you don't need to do it as much, like nearly as much. It's such like a but like that's just for the future. I'm hoping they do that, to be completely honest, because it would make them like it would make the game better, to be personally, like, just to be honest with you guys, because what they did right now is they kind of made the game worse. Like it's what they did with the I don't know, they're doing weird things with their game right now. Once they rebalance the materials, because like right now they're just experimenting with it. There's no way it's a permanent change. I can't see them doing that to their game, because it doesn't fix anything. I have no idea why they did it to begin with, and it just seems like a really experimental change that they're just trying to see what the community's feedback on that is. So hopefully it gets reverted and even improved on. It's alright though. They're still like adding a whole bunch of new stuff to the game and everything. Okay, here's another change that I think would be really, really cool. I think if they made impulse grenades like epic, like the epic rarity, and they made it so that you don't take fall damage when you use them, it would actually be a useful item. It would actually make the item very, very powerful and not as gimmicky. Like it would actually make the item useful, you know? Like instead of being like somewhat gimmicky, you know, like it's sort of okay early game, but like nobody ever goes into the late game with impulse grenades unless they're really screwed on items, and it's just like something that they need to gimmick their way to like kill somebody, right? Like if they make it so that it's like the jump pads where they don't take fall damage after you use them, it would make the item a lot stronger, because you can use it to escape sky bases. You can't use it to kill people anymore, but I don't think that is like feasible. I don't think that's a good way of using the item to begin with, to be completely honest. I think that using it as like a movement option to get somewhere is a lot higher level than trying to throw it at somebody to knock them off like their build or whatever. I could be wrong about that though. Maybe not. But it just changes the way that the item would be used. So I don't know. I think I would prefer it if they made it so that the impulse grenades don't take fall damage, because it would be kind of interesting, you know. Make it a lot more fun to use it in sky bases and all that stuff. That being said, maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I am just not using impulse grenades aggressively like you should. But like that'd be cool. The thing is, I need to learn how the impulse grenades actually work in terms of proximity to like walls or anything, because like I think if a wall is there, it kind of blocks the shockwave, so you can't just throw it at the base of somebody's like fort and expect them to get launched off. You actually need to place it next to their model, which we'll have to see about that. But regardless, I don't think it's very feasible to use it aggressively. Maybe not. I could be wrong about that, but who knows? I just think that's like a little balance change that could make the item like more interesting, you know, kind of cool. And the thing about the trap changes, like it makes traps stronger, but it just, I don't know. I never really liked traps to begin with. They were really random the way that they killed you. Like it's just sort of, it just makes it so that every time you walk into a house you can die. And it's like, fuck, I don't want to play like that, you know. Like I want to go to Salty Springs and like go to a house that looks unlooted and not just die. Or even go to a house that looks looted and not just die. So like it sort of forces me to play in a certain play style that is like more defensive orientated and like more careful and everything, which isn't desired, you know. It's not desired. But I guess they needed to make them somewhat useful, because the 75 damage was just not good. I just wish it, like set it to 100. Set it to 100. Let it kill no shield players. Simple as that. That's the only thing, because 150 is so much. It is so much. You literally need medium shields and small shields to not die to a single trap, and that's so like, oh, it's just ridiculous, I find. But you know, they had to do something with the traps. People weren't really utilizing them too well. Maybe they thought they were underpowered. But the way that they're balancing their game is it's very kind of random almost. I'm hoping to see like where it all comes together, you know. Like I'm hoping to see that a little bit more, because like they're obviously putting a lot of time and energy into developing this game. So like hopefully everybody's best interests are in mind when they're doing stuff like nerfing the shotguns, which I think was a good move. I think the shotguns were a little bit too dominant in the meta. I think if the tactical submachine guns get a buff, which they might, which already they're insanely strong, which like nobody really realizes how strong if you know how to aim with the tactical submachine gun, you can destroy people really badly. But like if they end up buffing them, that they just might start dominating the meta entirely. Just give it a try. Just pick up a submachine gun next time you see it and just try to use it in the same situation that you would a shotgun. Like when you're in a base race with somebody, like you know, like just basically trying to build up over someone, punishing with the tactical submachine gun is actually so powerful. So let's go gold rocket launcher. How do I just take fall damage like this? I'm so glad I was out of ammo. Wait, no, I wasn't out of ammo. That was just trigger discipline. I was like, okay, I could maybe, you know, fire this off, but I'd rather just not sewer my entire HP pool and sort of disengage from that engagement. Heal up a bit. That's good. All right. Well, that was our first engagement in the entire game. Dude, Industrial, get to late game for free. It's excellent. Go here, guys. It's an amazing place. And that's one thing. Well, that's one thing. I think I gotta diversify where I actually go, because just going Industrial every game gets a little bit boring. I need to find like a second home away from home, because right now Industrial is just like my go-to when I want to win games. But I need to find a second place where I can go where it's still intense, there's still good stuff there, and like I have a strong game plan after that, if you know what I mean. Which, like, I feel if I just go in safe spots all the time, it might just get a little bit dull. But here we go. I mean, we're fighting. It's late game. We have rocket launchers. Nobody's really doing anything crazy with their builds. You know, we fought some porta-forters. Not the strongest adversaries. We've got that sick submachine gun, minigun that's going in and dumpstering that guy's fort. That's another really strong thing about the minigun. It's sort of like the tactical submachine. It's like a pocket tactical submachine, or a bigger tactical submachine gun. Use that weapon, guys. It's strong. It's really strong. If you know how to aim with it, it's really good. It like really makes it so that fighting in medium to close range combat, it's like it gives you such an advantage over shotguns nowadays, because the shotguns are so weaker. Because it gives you just be mobile. Just be very mobile while you're using it. Like jump around a lot. Dodge shotgun shots. Don't just try to be trading straight up with them. And like try to just get one good stream of DPS on them and they're dead. So like that's why you're gonna see me using them a lot more, which is why I'm kind of like, I haven't played this game in like a day or something, or like a couple of days, and I'm just like, I want to hop on, grab a submachine gun, and just destroy people, because nobody expects it. It's such an underutilized item. Here I knew that they got so lucky with that wall, actually. But here I knew that they were up there, so we sort of just needed to pressure them out of their spot. Because they have to build down, right? I think I just saw them build down a little bit. So we have to go fight them. They don't seem like the most competent of players, though, so it might be okay for us. It sucks that we have this jetpack that's like really not that, like, it doesn't have any fuel, super low. But my teammate gets downed after downing one of their teammates, so I have to, you know, sort of clutch it out here. Which the thing is, he has really good cover regardless, so I don't think he would have gotten finished. But FAMAS, dude, that item's strong. Really good gun. It's good though. Alright, I'm excited for this tournament, guys. It's gonna start in like 2 hours, or no, 3 hours. 3 hours, 7 minutes, 4 seconds. 3. Okay, sorry. I just don't wanna get just harp on that too much, you know. But yeah, the tactical submachine gun, it was good. Not anymore so much. And like, I just, whenever there's not that many players left and I just hear them fighting, you just have to push that, man. You just have to push it, like no matter what, because they're gonna be low and they're not gonna expect a flank. So you just use your audio senses and your like your game sense to do that, you know. We just have to find them, because it's such a small circle right now. We're just basically looking for wherever these people are. Because, you know, industrial's my home. Can't fight me in my home. I'm gonna get wrecked. Gonna get rectangled. And like, I think they're over by that hill eventually. So it was a while ago that I filmed this, so I'm gonna try to give you guys more exciting gameplays, because I have solo wins where I have like 10 kills in like a lot of my games, but most of those games are streamed and I don't actually record those games. So it's like, it's kind of difficult to bring you guys gameplay all the time where it's not a live commentary streamed, which I'll try to bring you guys those in the future, because I know you guys enjoy live commentary a lot, the post-game commentary, as much as I enjoy doing it. Some people don't really enjoy listening to it, mainly because a lot of the topics that I talk about, you know, I have to fill the space. So I try to bring points across to you guys as like concise, not so much concise, like I try to draw it out a lot, you know, so that I can try to cover as much ground, well, as possible, I guess. But that being said, I'm gonna be streaming today for the tournament. It's gonna be hype. I can't wait. For some reason, there's just some stuff going on right now. This guy's taking a long time to kill. Which, like, tactical shotgun, come at me, bro. It's good. Just a little bit of disrespect, you know. I hit him with the GG, though, so it's alright. It's alright. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed. Thanks all for watching, everybody. Honestly, you guys keeping the dream alive. I'll see you guys all next time. Take it easy. Peace.